documentary musical from Spain. Very interesting film. I don't know, I'm curious what you guys think of it. It's got a lot of spiritual elements to it, the meaning of a song, rebirth, whatever you want to, like there's lots going on in this like 13-minute kind of musical documentary.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was very well done. The comment that I have is the main kind of, I guess, lady of the film, the violinist that was also screaming at the end. She was very intense, and obviously she's very passionate about the music, but the other impression I got from her that she does actually seem to want to stab someone. I kind of got the impression that she kind of has a dislike for men in general. That was my impression.
She's getting that from a past life, so she has a rationalization towards it too, right? Her husband was a jackass, he needed to go. And so, but there's also that kind of feministic woman's kind of like how far, you know, women have traveled in the last like 300 years since that song was created.
Dago tentsio handia kanta horren bukaeran. Kanta nola bukatzen den ere oso paf! Osea da, ez dago tentsioa akumulatu eta gero tentsioa pixkanaka relajatzen jun eta kanta bukatzen da. Ez, osea, tentsioa akumulatzen da eta tentsioa guztiz hemen goran da honean kanta bukatu iten da.
I really enjoyed watching that film, actually. First of all, from just that it was one song that we got to look at and kind of analyze. It's really cool. And folk music is really awesome because it's something that, you know, makes sense through the centuries. So I really enjoyed that. And it's still, even 300 years later, you can understand that passion where the woman just came through and just had that scream at the end, that primal urge. And I think women, although we have come quite a long way these 300 years, still facing all kinds of issues that, you know, I don't think she's what is the man hating, what is that term, misandrist? I don't think so. I don't think she hates men. I just think it's that frustration with the world and what are the available options for women to express those feelings. I guess music is a good way to do it, right?
Yeah, this is a really cool film. It's like very, when I first saw it, I was wondering if it was even a documentary because it seems so like, kind of like, not staged, but it seemed just kind of like it all kind of tied up in the end.
My comment is along the same lines. I found myself noticing how this unexpected event of her screaming is awfully well documented from a bunch of different angles. So I was a little confused myself about that because it seems staged, or were they trying to capture something else and it turned into this, or what? It'd be interesting to know the backstory then.
But at the same time, from an emotional level, it doesn't matter, I guess. But yeah, I kind of was curious about the same thing.
One little thing that I kind of made me smile. One of them had sheet notes written on her hands so she could look at them while she was playing the violin. And you always think of these classical people as not, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, it's I can listen to this kind of music like all day, all night long. For some reason, I love the sound of a violin. I guess that's why it stands the test of time.
Yeah, I liked how everybody was so impacted by playing this song. I felt like this woman's spirit was like being rechanneled, and almost like the performers were almost possessed by this emotion that they were trying to channel from way back ago, and that scream sounded so Native American to me. I thought of like a Mohican or somebody like that, like charging over. So it's cool how like great art, whatever you make in it, when the performer does it and is honest to it, they have to give themselves to it, and if that's very powerful, that can affect them. And I felt like the artist was very moved by channeling this murder.
Yeah, and yet 100%. I guess that's what makes you a great musician, because when you become an expert in anything, it's like your mental is gone because you're so used to playing the violin, for example. So you don't even think about playing the violin, you're just playing it. So it goes into your instincts and it goes into your soul, so that's what comes out of that. I found it a very interesting film.
I felt like the movie was very well made, like it actually connected with current emotions. Like in those days they didn't have horror movies, right? And this type of music that, you know, death can get applause from the audience. When the music started in the hall, and the audience was shocked and was scared, you know, the effect of blood and death and the scream. But after that, they applaud, just like we do. We go to the theaters, and now when we watch the movie, we don't have this kind of song, but we have movies, and it's it's an emotion, and over centuries still remains today, and that's a very nice connection. And it connects to the beginning of the movie, where the main person in the movie goes, I have a feeling, I have a dream of, which is a current feeling right now in movies or that's wartime. So
You don't know what's going to stand the test of time, like in like 30 years from now, but this piece did, and I'm sure a lot of pieces along the way lost their because at the end of the credits it said it was talking about like keeping this song alive, keeping this music alive, and a lot of music just like falls by the wayside even 10 years later, 20 years later.